So as we all know is that Fani Willis been trying her best to take down Donald Trump. She's been trying, and she's been failing at it as well. Because Trump will not bow down to anybody. He's not even going to let a reporter to trick him to giving them the answer that they trying to look for, just like what that new anchor tried to do the other day. Try to get answers out of Donald Trump. He's like, I'm not going to tell you that. Why would I tell you? You don't even like me. You're a Democrat. You don't even like me, so why would I tell you? Because regardless of what I say, you're going to look at it being wrong. So Trump is so smart when it comes to that, and that's why a lot of Dems don't like him. But it's all good, though. It's all good because Trump ain't falling for none of the okie doke, and they mad because Trump is going to win in 2024. And y'all heard it here. I'm going to continue to say it until it happens. So all this trying to indict this man, put him in jail, this man and overcome all of that, and they still won't give up. They still looking for other ways to take this man down, and Trump ain't having it. Now we're gonna check this one out. It's coming by Dr. Steve Turley. Like I said, he's another creator that does a good job on his channel. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go click on the original video. Go show Dr. Steve Turley some love. And this one is called Fani Willis Just Got Some More Bad News. So let's go ahead and dive straight into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support, everybody that's leaving positive comments in the comment section, and everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all. Let's go. Boy, Fani, she just won't give up. Won't give up, won't she?
The ultra-leftist activist disguised as Fulton County DA, Fani Willis, just got some really bad news. We're going to take a look at the latest with her fledgling case against President Trump, and we're going to see why even the liberal media is starting to panic here about what's really happening in the state of Georgia. You're going to absolutely love this. Greetings, everyone. It is me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And if you would, it would be an honor if you could share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. Now, many of you have heard of the latest, shall we say, setback for the prosecution of President Trump in Fulton County. The judge presiding over the proceedings, Judge Scott McAfee, has ruled that President Trump will not be obliged to face trial in October alongside co-defendants Kenneth Chesebro and Sidney Powell, both of whom filed for a speedy trial. This was a blow to Fani Willis because she wanted to try all 19 defendants together. ABC News admitted in a tweet that this was not what Fani Willis wanted. Quote, Fani Willis wasn't there, but you got to imagine she's throwing things against the wall based on this hearing. Great win for Donald Trump and others that did not want to be part of the speedy trial case. So that was certainly a big win for Trump. He's in the process, of course, along with Mark Meadows, his former chief of staff. They're both filing to have the case removed from state court to federal court on the grounds that this case targets their actions as federal officials. The operative principle there is that federal officials can't be targeted under state laws for actions they took in their official capacity as federal officials. This is part of the federalist system in which certain issues are reserved for states and others for the federal government to handle. And here's the key. In the past, whenever federal courts intervene, in every single instance, when the removal was granted, when the case was taken from local prosecutors to federal prosecutors, the case always got dismissed. So that's why a number of legal scholars don't think this case will even ever see the light of day.
I don't think so.
Defendants have already petitioned for the case to be removed from the local courts to the federal courts, and whenever that's granted, historically, the case is thrown out. But something else is happening here that promises to be perhaps even more momentous than any particular pathetic Fulton County case that'll have no chance of withstanding judicial review.
Okay.
Public sentiment, particularly in the state of Georgia, is turning rapidly and overwhelmingly against this whole weaponized lawfare circus. A recent Rasmussen survey found that nearly 60% of likely Georgia voters believe that Willis is unfairly prosecuting Trump. Moreover, 53% of Georgia voters support calling a special session of the legislature to prevent Willis from bringing charges against Trump. And that is reanimating a surge in calls among Georgia lawmakers to stop Fani Willis in her tracks and crush this prosecution once and for all. And it's got the leftist woke media panicked. Wait until you see this. But first, gang, you know how you could really stick it to the woke left? It's just by clicking on that link below and getting your very own set of these collectible, limited supply Trump cards. Patriots played their anti-globalist Trump card against PR just published a rather panicked piece on how the calls for a special legislative session to deal decisively with Fani Willis are growing louder and louder by the day. The growing effort is being led by Georgia State Representative Colton Moore, who's calling for the state government to cut funds off from the Fulton County DA's office and begin impeachment hearings on Fani Willis to discover just how far the weaponization of Georgia's legal system has gone. Now, the repulsive rhino governor, Brian Kemp, who thinks the 2020 election was the most pristine election ever in the history of humanity, he's, of course, pushing back against these impeachment efforts. I mean, after all, who needs Democrats when you have such loyal, spineless rhinos? Man. And on top of that fecklessness, you also have the Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr, again, another Republican, who's refusing to step in and get involved in the motion that was filed to remove the case from state court to federal court, even though Georgia state law requires the Attorney General to be involved in any state criminal
he's a
case
Republican
that could be removed to federal court. We talked about this before in a couple of other videos. But
so you telling me this man right here is a Republican and he refusing to step in on this? Do that make it seems like that maybe he's a person that's a Republican, but he don't like Trump, so he just trying to let the stuff go through of Trump getting indicted and all that type of stuff? Y'all let me know that in the comment section. But obviously, you can tell that even in Georgia, a lot of people know that Fani Willis, with this, what she's trying to do is a personal attack on Donald Trump just because she don't like the man. This is personal. This has nothing to do with anything else. I feel like this is a personal attack, and this woman needs to be impeached. They say they talking about it. She need to be impeached for that. You just can't try to get somebody locked up due to how you feel because you don't like them. You might not agree with everything Donald Trump do, but I can tell you one thing. He a better good darn president than Joe Biden is right now. If Trump was in office, I guarantee you we won't be going through a lot of the stuff that we going through right now with Biden in office. So I feel like this is a personal attack. This woman been trying her best to take Donald Trump down. All she did was just make his stock rise more and more and more because I figured she thought she had him when she got him in jail, took his mugshot. Mugshot went viral. Everybody still love the man. He's steady going up in the polls. They don't like that. So they constantly coming up with something. They coming up with something. They're trying their best to stop this man. And I repeatedly said that you're not going to stop Donald Trump. You're not going to stop him. So Fani Willis needs to be impeached, man, because like I said, this is a personal attack that she's trying to do towards Donald Trump. I believe she just don't like the man, so she's just trying to do this to him. And hey, don't worry, the truth is going to come out. You better believe that the truth is going to come out about all of this. But I find it weird that this guy here don't want to step in and stuff like that. I find that kind of weird.
Be removed to federal court. We talked about this before in a couple of other videos, but a Republican attorney general in Georgia could shut this circus down this very second, but he refuses to do so. Yep. And it's all because these feckless rhino establishment hacks, they're all in on it. They want Trump indicted. Yep. They want Trump taken out. But it's all ultimately to no avail. Even Newsweek is admitting that Trump is crushing Biden in the polls in Georgia. Where the election held today, he would stomp Biden way beyond the margin of fraud. all of this weaponized legalism and all of this rhino establishment cooperation with that weaponized legalism really seems to be doing nothing more than growing Trump's support rather than stifling it. So all of that means ultimately...
And that's the thing right there, is that this case is more likely going to get thrown out. And y'all see what she tried to do. Fani Willis tried to make this a speedy trial. She wanted this done, I think they said in October. She wanted this to be speedy. She trying to go ahead and get Donald Trump locked up. She trying to get this done fast as she can. And they were like, oh, no. That's not going to happen. That's why they said, oh, I bet she at the house. She throwing stuff against the wall. She's upset because she trying to get this going through fast so she can get this man locked up and get him out of the running. That's what she's trying to do. And that's why I said, man, it's not going to work. I mean, this man has been through hell and hot water. Donald Trump done had a bad year. In 2023, his whole year just been full of him getting attacked. House raided. He said these indictments ain't just regular indictments. It's Biden indictments. He just said that. These news anchors, like, they interview him. The man trying to talk, they won't let him finish a statement. Soon he get to talking, they cutting him off. This new reporter, what she just did yesterday, what did she just do? She turned around and asked this man questions about other people. Then when he bring up Biden, oh, no, we ain't talking about him. Let's try to leave it on you. So you're going to say leave it on him, and then you turn around and ask him about somebody else. It just don't make sense. Boy, I'm telling you, a lot of these reporters, they have one agenda. I'm telling you, they have an agenda, boy. They want to make this man look bad as best as they can. They want this man to look bad. But they see that the polls are steadily going up. And Trump is up by a landslide.
Ultimately, that while Fani Willis's case may eventually crumble by way of judicial review, the bell appears to be tolling for the whole of Georgia's corrupt system as 2024 approaches. Hey, gang, I know what it's...
Shout out to Dr. Steve Turley, man. What another great video, but we see what Fani Willis is trying to do. She's trying to get Trump locked up. She's trying to make this a speedy trial. But, you know, we ain't doing that. That wasn't finna happen. So Trump wins again. And obviously, he gonna get all these indictments throughout. But, you know, it's crazy that it take all of this to beat one man. It take all of this, all these attacks, all these indictments, this house raiding. Study trying to call them out. It's like, come on. What more do y'all got? You need to be talking about Biden, how he's killing the economy, what he's doing in office. He's just destroying everything right now. You're going to get a people Maui $700, but turn around and get Ukraine all the money and resources. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all of this. Like I said, make sure I hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you all for watching. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.